Hi, you handsome and gorgeous lot. My name is Tosh. I'm also known as Supernova Mama. And today I wanted to talk about why it's important to give the ability to parents and to children or anyone in your household, anyone in your relationships, the ability to say, I don't want to talk right now and I need some space. So in order for me to demonstrate that to you parents, so you can also demonstrate that to your kids, I'm going to use Daniel Siegel's model of the brain to show a flip lid. So he uses your hand. And so here, the palm of your hand down here to your wrist is considered our brain stem. And that's where we have our fight or flight responses, and when I say fight or flight, when you're in a stressful situation, your thought process is going to be either I want to beat your ass or I need to get away from here, right? That's fight or flight. So this thumb represents your midbrain. So this is where your memories are stored. So if someone triggers you and you're trying to decide fight or flight, this is usually where you remember the other things that they've done that help you to decide whether or not you want to beat them up or get away from them. But that's really all the regulation that you have here is those memories and a flip lid. This here is your prefrontal cortex. So this is where all of your reasoning, your moral, your ethics, your social understandings of skills and things that happen, that is all in your prefrontal cortex. Now, it's important to know that typically the prefrontal cortex does not fully develop until a person is 25 years old or around that age, depending on the person, right? So that's when it's fully developed. So me, I am 32. And my prefrontal cortex is considered to be fully developed, right? So that means right now I have full reasoning, social understanding, morality. Those things have been fully formed in my head, in my brain, excuse me. But when I flip my lid, when I am triggered into a situation, my personal trigger is disrespect, especially disrespect of elders. If someone triggers that, I'm flipping my lid, right? So I'm in full fight or flight. Am I going to beat you up for disrespecting that elder? Or am I going to get myself and that elder away from you, from that situation? There's no reasoning. There's no, I should positive discipline. There's no, I'm triggered. I'm angry, right? So I'm either ready to engage you, or I'm going to get myself and that elder away from that situation. Why is that important? When you're talking to your children and they've done something to anger you, and you know you're angry and your lid is flipped, you can't problem solve the situation. You're in fight or flight. You may have some old memories of other things that they've done that are there, and that's not going to help because you might remember the other time they snuck out or the other time they didn't listen to you. But you're not going to have the full capability and ability to reason and problem solve that situation. You need to get some space. You need to say, I'm not ready to talk about this. We'll come back at a later time. And that is okay as a parent because you want to be able to sit down with your child and problem solve the situation and teach them a lesson from their mistakes with a full functioning brain. Okay? Now then let's go to children. Why should your children have the ability to say, I need space? Because when they have done something wrong, they have been triggered, they're angry, they're in a tantrum, they flip their lid too. That's why you see kids lashing out, I hate you, or kicking or screaming or having tantrums. They are in fight or flight. They may have memories of things that have happened that they have stored in that midbrain, but that's all the regulation they have. There's no regulation there. So if you are fine, but they are upset and you want to talk, it's still not going to be constructive for you to talk to them because they don't have any of their prefrontal cortex, reasoning, morality, problem solving. None of that is available. They're here. So allowing them to say, I need space. I don't want to talk right now allows for them to go and calm down and get their brain back into fully functioning executive state so that they can talk to you and you can problem solve and fix the situation. Now, What I also like to talk to parents about is the fact that you don't just go straight from flip lid to I'm ready to problem solve. There's a middle stage that I like to call the water stage, which is where you need connection. You need to rant. You need to pin. When you get home from work and there's a serious situation happening at work, where do you go? You go to your partner or your friend and you tell, and then he was like, and I was like, how dare you? You tell the situation, you rant, and you connect with the person who you're ranting to and release that before you're ready to problem solve. When you're ranting, you don't want to hear what you can do about the situation, right? We talk about that all the time. When women talk about how they came home from their day and they're just trying to get that off their chest and connect with their partners, but the partner's trying to problem solve. I don't want to problem solve. I'm not in my executive state of my brain. Right now, I'm coming down and I need to connect with you to get to problem solving. Just let me get it out. Let me rant. We see it with toddlers when they're, the whining stage is the liquid brain of the stage. They're no longer in fight or flight, but they need connection. They need to either express their feelings and how they feel, or maybe they just need to be hugged and loved on, and that's okay. You're connecting so that they can get back to their full brain functioning and be able to problem solve and fix the situation. And that is the Daniel Siegel's brain hand model of the brain that helps us to figure out why we need to have emotional regulation and may need space and to take a step back before we try to problem solve situations. Thank you. Have a wonderful day.